Let it rip.
What's
Let it
good? What's
rip.
good? What's good? What's good? Going good people, boy. Hey, we was just back here vibing out. Hey, we was vibing out to the intro. Like every time we
Yeah.
was talking about that
Yeah.
guitar run at the end, boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout outs to
Yeah.
Polo. Shout outs to Polo.
Shout out to
Well,
Polo.
for the tunes, we need some more. We need some more tunes. We need some. We
It's
need
been a
some.
minute since we got well actually, you know what, I won't say that because you know how he drops
Yeah,
stuff in the folder and
yeah,
doesn't say anything. I
yeah.
don't know the last time I looked in that folder.
I
So we
don't
might
either.
have some
We
we
might
might
got
have
some.
some we might got some gems sitting up in there and we ain't even checked
Especially
it.
over
You
especially
won't
over the
even
winter,
know.
especially in over the winter. He might have just been
Right.
in
You
the he
won't
might have
even
been in the
know.
lab cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah. But
Cooking.
what's going on, good people? So we have made it to another Kickback Thursday, and we here. We are here. Um, we'll go through our normal rundown. We normally this is live and kind of chill and kickback, like as which is why we named it the way we do. We do have a little bit of a format. We'll start y'all off with some weather talk, what
Mhm.
we're experiencing. Then we'll kind of jump into what we got going on in the lawn since last Thursday. What applications have we made? What have we seen out in the field? What have we seen in the yard? Talk about those kind of things, and then from there, we'll get into a live Q&A session. So, if you got any questions that you need answered, make sure you're dropping those over there in the chat, and we will get to them. And if it's on a subject that we're covering at that point in time, we may pull it up earlier before we get to the end for the live Q&A. So make sure y'all dropping those questions over there. So Turf man, I kick it on over to you. What's your weather talk? What you got going on? What y'all looking
We
like
got
down there
rain,
in the
people. We got
PD? In the
rain.
PD.
We got rain. Thank the Lord. Praise
How much y'all how
Jesus.
much y'all
We got
get?
some rain. I don't know, man. I if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere between a half and 3/4 of an inch. It's more. It's not enough, but it's more than we had. So
Is
it's
better
kind of
than
just like
nothing. You
you
take what you can get. You take what you can get.
you take what you can get out here, man. As far as applications or what I'm seeing out in the field right now, I'm seeing nutsedge. I'm seeing a little bit of crabgrass. I'm seeing torpedo grass. Maybe some lingering POA just because the temps have been jumping up and down, but I'm not going after POA at this point in the year. Just because of the rate I got to run, and I have so many centipede and Bermuda yards, centipede slash common Bermuda yards that MSM would really set the centipede back at this point while it's trying to green up for that spring. So yeah, my next round that I'm looking at going out with is going to be probably sulfitrazone because the temperatures aren't too warm yet.
Hmm.
And if I went out with a halosulfuron, not only is it going to take longer for it to work and kick in, but the sulfentrazone is going to give me both a little bit of post and pre-emergent activity for that nut
Yeah.
sedge to come back.
Got
So
a
that's
little
what I'm
bit of
looking at.
residual. Got a little
A little bit
residual
of residual, a
on
little
that.
bit of residual. Yeah, so I'm looking, and it's odd because you would think since we're in the drought, you wouldn't be seeing nut sedge, but we are. We're seeing it in the yards that are irrigated and in a lot in the landscaping beds because they hold moisture much better than your normal turf grass, the sandy soils that we're dealing with. And then for the torpedo grass, I went to go. At first, initially, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to just dig this up." Then did a little bit of research as far as how that plant moves and populates through the soil, and I'm better off spot spraying because of how the soil, how its root system works, spraying by
Mm.
rhizomes and stolons, and they're pretty. You got to dig it out. It's recommended to dig it out about 4 inches deep. So I was like, nah, we're not doing that. Like, yeah, we're just gonna spray it. So I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna treat it like crabgrass.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in the same family of crabgrass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Torpedo
go
grass.
out with
Yeah.
Queen Chlorac and probably low rate of revolver and spot spray those areas where I see the torpedo grass, crabgrass coming up. It's all in the same family. So that's how we're going to treat it. Other than that, we're still kind of fighting to get out this drought. We're still trying to fight to sustain 65-degree soil temperatures. So the season for me still really hasn't gotten going yet. I have dropped 2/10 of a pound on all of my common Bermuda mixed centipede lawns. Anything that I have that is hybrid Bermuda, um, I'm I'm bombing it. I'm hitting it with a half a pound to go ahead to go ahead and get her up and going because
what
I
first
don't
you
see us
going?
having
What first you going with?
right now. I'm going with a local co-op blend. It's Rogers Fertilizer, Urea 3500, straight just pure nitrogen. Um, and
Okay,
that's what my first round is looking
straight
like. I
urea.
know I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to spray for the majority of the season, but because we've been so dry and the grass isn't really awake yet, I was just like hesitant
Mm-hmm.
on putting, a foliar app down, especially when most of the foliage hasn't really truly come out of dormancy. So I went and I purchased some fertilizers, about $17 a bag, $17 $20 a bag by the time I got done with it. And that's going to get the job done as far as like pushing it through like this weird semi dormant I want to wake up phase. And it's been in that phase for the better part of four weeks, to be honest. Just because how the weather has been.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we got hit with the drought. So that those are my applications, and then I should be going out as soon as the weather allows me to. I'll be going out with my second round of mosquito control and integrated pest management applications for outside perimeters of the homes. Fire ant control is pretty. I mean, we're good there. I got extinguish out last month. That gives you a lot of residual. I don't see fire ants in any of my properties right now, so
Mm-hmm.
that's good. And I also went out with a celiprin about 2 weeks ago as well. So very little insect damage or activity. We're looking good. We're just waiting for summer to really decide that it's going to be here. So
I
like
don't
I
know.
drove to North
I'm
Carolina.
I'm okay with it. Like at
I'm
least in
okay with
our
it too
in our, I'm like, yo, like
because
I
I know
am
once
okay.
it turns on, we're
It's gonna
not.
be hot. Like
It's
it ain't no going
it's
back until December. Like,
until December, right? Exactly. So that's
until
kind of where I've been, just
yeah,
like baby in the turf until we get going. But at the same time, I'm not mad that it's taking a
slow
little
roll.
slower than
It's slow rolling.
it's a little slow roll that we're dealing
Yeah,
with. So
yeah,
you know, other than that, man, things are great, man. Everything is moving in the direction it should be based off the weather.
yeah,
No
yeah.
concerns
And
over here.
again, that's why we say every season is different, and the lawn doesn't go by a calendar. Like
Mm.
it does not go by a calendar. Um, the only thing the calendar is there for is us to help us remember. All right, we should probably start watching or paying attention for XYZ. But the lawn itself is not gonna it's gonna go by what the environment does for it. So Turf, on a topic, dismiss. I see somebody put a comment in for dismiss on nutsedge. Is that a good choice to go with right now against nutsedge?
Let me see well, the simple fact that you're bringing up dismiss makes me probably think that you're in a cool season environment, but because it's a comment. I just it's a Fisher zone. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. Here's the thing for warm season lawns, and this is something that one of my um I can't call him a peer because he's been doing this and his family been doing this much longer. I might as well call him a mentor. But man, he isn't the first person I heard it from, but he reaffirmed it for me. Shout out to Ray Ito. He's gone. He's no longer with us. He's the first person I heard this from. But most people reach for the halosulfurons.
Halosulfuron.
Right. And those work, they take a lot longer and there's no post emergent effects. So if you're going out with sulfentrazone, my man Busy reminded me today, he's 4 ounces an acre is going to get you good coverage. You're going to see results within 3 to 5 days, and then at 4 ounces an acre, you're also going to get a good little post emergence, so you're not continuously having to go out with halosulfuron to clean up that nutsedge. But one thing
Mm-hmm.
to remember, especially if you're dealing with warm season turf, is once we become 80, 85 degrees ambient temperatures and the soil temps are 70, 75, they're closer to 70, 75, you want to stop using that sulfentrazone,
Mm-hmm.
because it could be a little bit hot. That's the only thing I would kind of caution you on. But if you're in cool season land, rules apply differently. But the Smiths seems to be 39.6% sulfentrazone, and I'll tell you now, you should probably stop buying Defense, the brand name Defense, and just buy sulfentrazone. You're probably gonna save some money. I can't imagine that you wouldn't, because the Smiths is just the brand
Mm-hmm.
name.
Shoot, but Big Red said they got 7 inches of rain this month.
Sheesh,
Jesus.
holy! And while we're
Sheesh.
over here complaining that we ain't getting none, yeah, you'll easily save at least $20 if you just order sulfentrazone.
Yeah.
At least $20. So don't, unless you already have it. You already got it. You got it. You use it. But just know that that is a chemical formulation that is no longer under patent, and you have multiple options as far as where you can go to get that product
Yeah, it's
for a better
along that
price.
same line. Somebody dropped another question in there also that I'll actually kind of touch on that one a little bit when
Go
I
ahead.
get
Get
to
it.
my part.
Oh, okay. All right.
Um.
Cool.
So yeah. All right, Turf. We
Oh, is
we
that
got
that
your
PGR one? Because that's what
yeah
I was looking up just now.
yeah. I
Okay.
got it.
You know? Do you know that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, perfect. All right,
Yeah.
I only got to do more looking. I was
Yeah.
over here researching, like, I have no idea what that is. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you all over it. Two
Yeah.
heads better than one.
Yeah. So
uh,
over here on this side, weather talk wise, man, we are cool. Like we are like springtime, like fall, springtime temperatures where you get that little crisp in the air. And in the evenings, it's got like that nice little chill and breeze and stuff in there with
mm-hmm,
no humidity out there in the air.
mm-hmm.
So it feels good out there. I got home from work and I was like, I gotta get a mow in. Like I gotta get out there and mow. Like I want to enjoy all of this. So I sharpened my blades up like I told y'all last week. Went and got them blades sharp, and I was like, yo, let's go lay it down. I'll show y'all some pictures here in a little bit of the post mow. But weather wise, we ended up getting almost 6 tenths. I think we got like 6 tenths, a little over a half inch of rain over the last week. A little over a half inch, much needed, and the lawns have took off. Like the colors come back in them. Like it just, and then we got a lot of sunshine today, but not a whole lot of high temps. But we just got good sunshine that followed that rain, and my lawn is looking good right now, boy. She is looking good.
Looking like a true cool season yard.
Boy, that Elm Street Elite right now in the backyard is on fire. Um, so it's looking good. It's looking good right now. Overall, just continuing to keep up with the mowing, and to help with the mowing, along with the question that came up is I did get my PGR out. So I put a PGR out I think it was earlier this week. It was last week. I got a PGR down last week, And I went down with a new at full rate for a cool season. Um, Smacked it right in the mouth, right off, right off the gate. And it was very obvious when that PGR went down. Within like a day and a half, 2 days, you could tell it wasn't growing. Like it is right where it needs to be. So today, I think I cut on, when did I cut? I cut Sunday. I cut Sunday. And I went out and I cut today, which is Thursday. And all I was doing was snipping the tips. Like all I did was snip the tips off of it. And I was like, oh yeah, that PGR is all the way kicked in. Because if I hadn't if I had went from Sunday to today, I would have been chopping at least probably 3/4 of an inch, at least an inch off, probably at the rate that it's growing right now. Plus we got that rain. I probably would have been cutting at least an inch off of it. But um, that's one of that's one of the benefits of a PGR is when you get that rain and stuff comes in and you can't get out there to mow. That's one of the benefits, and then it just makes it easier to stay up on top of your mowing. Like I said, I went from Sunday to Thursday, no mowing, and went out there and just snipped the tips off of it. So at that point, you're not shocking the plant by having to cut so much of it off at one time. You're one of the best things that you can do. That's why it helps you with that 1/3 rule, especially as we're getting in there. Like if you haven't heard of the 1/3 rule, as you get out there and you're mowing, you don't want to cut off more than 1/3 of the total grass blade when you get out there to cut. So say you're at 3 inches, you don't want to cut it down any more than an inch off of it at that point in time. So just making sure that you're abiding by that principle, and a PGR helps you to do that, right? I don't have to get out there and try to stay on it all the time. If I slip a couple of days, it just helps out with that mowing. And in addition to that, during this time of year when you start to get seed head production, PGRs are known to help with reduction of seed head production. So you don't get as many seed heads, even though that Elm Street Elite in the backyard, like I do not get as many seed heads as I do with my front yard, where it's a mixture of stuff that was there before and then what I planted. Like, so my seed head production in the Elm Street Elite is already significantly minimized compared to other lawns and stuff that I see. But then you add a PGR on top of it, I rarely see seed heads in my backyard. I'll start to see them pop up every now and then, but I don't get very many seed heads in the back with that Elm Street Elite. So that's another reason. And then driving that energy instead of a lot of top growth on this time of year, and starts to be able to channel some of that growth and that energy into different parts of the plant. So there's research and stuff on all of those topics, on top of a little color pop. Like you get a nice little color pop to it after you get a PGR on there. So there are a lot of benefits to using a PGR. I admitted it last week. I was afraid of using a PGR at first. Thought I was gonna mess it up. Thought I was just did. Like we all got to start somewhere. So William D. French, I'm glad to see you went out there and picked up your PGR, getting ready to make that first application. I have not used that brand, but it's nothing but it's the same as a new. So it's the same active ingredient as a new. It is the same concentration as a new. So yeah, that PGR that you picked up there is just it's the same thing as a new, which is what I used and what we talked about last week. So yeah, just follow your label rates. If you've never used it on your lawn at all, maybe you go half rate to start it off with, and then second application, you can step it up to full rate if you need to, if you need more suppression. The reason I went out for a rake, my yard gets PGR every spring and every fall. So I my lawn is used to getting a PGR. So I'm not afraid. And a new or the brand Acuity that you listed there, it's the same active ingredient and concentration. So it is a more forgiving PGR than like if we was talking about T-Nex or something like that. So I think it's a great one for you to start off with. I will ask, what grass type do you have? If you're going down with a PGR, I'm assuming you got cool season. I'm making the assumption, but depending on where you're located, you might have warm season that's actively growing. But I would assume that you let me know what type of what grass type you've got and what you're working with.
Yeah, if you got, excuse me, if you have warm season grass, you're definitely some deep Florida region. If you're already going out with a
South
PGR,
Texas
yeah,
somewhere.
you got to be in the south for that because we are not growing like that
Yeah.
in this middle region. Let me ask you this though, Cam, because I don't, I want, and I'm gonna purposely ask you this because I don't want people to feel like, you know, they go and they get this PGR, they apply it, they use it, and then they're like, I'm still mowing every other day. Like, what's the deal? Like Cam said, I was gonna be able to mow once a week or once every 2 weeks. So let me ask you this:
Oh, I
being
ain't.
in the spring flush situation,
Mm-hmm.
how much, how many pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet do you have right now down on the ground?
Until yesterday, two
Yeah.
tenths.
So
Until
you had
yesterday,
2/10
2/10 of a pound of N.
of a pound per 1,000 square feet for your
Mm-hmm.
entire lawn, which is a mix of fescue and Kentucky bluegrass,
Mm-hmm.
and it was already getting away from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that, to,
Yeah.
so I want to say those things because now remember Cam's lawn is established, right? But the natural growing pattern of those grasses won't change. Meaning, what I'm saying is his yard has been established for years, and really what that means is when you look at the density and the knitting and the color maturation that's in this lawn, those are the things that matter for
Mm-hmm.
the length of his yard being established. But as far as the rate of growth, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So as long as you had a successful seeding and
Yeah.
germination,
It's
so
gonna
when
grow.
you
It's gonna grow on its own.
is going to grow on its own. So when you hear Cam say, "I put it on the regulation and I ain't cut it in 10 days and I'm just nipping the tips," do understand this is spring green up. He has less than a half a pound of nitrogen down right now, and before that he had less than a quarter pound of
Yeah.
nitrogen down,
Yeah.
and it was already getting away from him.
Yeah.
I need you to understand that because if you've dropped a pound of
A
nitrogen, a half
pound
a pound of
already.
nitrogen,
Yeah.
yeah,
How you
I mean
keep up? But I
you
don't
can
know
put
how
a.
you.
I would say don't regulate it because you're probably going to have issues in about another month, and if it's under regulation, it's
It
gonna
ain't gonna
those
grow through it.
issues they ain't gonna go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we tell you guys to be careful, guys and gals. Guys, and be careful in this spring flush, spring green up period.
And it's funny that you say that about having a problem in a month or so. I got some areas in the front yard, like
Mm-hmm.
under the tree cover,
Yeah.
that is borderline. Like as I was cutting it today, I was like, I need to come back and look at this. I was like,
Mm,
what is
mm,
what is this going on that's right here? I just didn't have
mm-hmm.
a chance to go back and look at it, but it didn't look good. It wasn't anything good that was going on, and I was like, I got to circle back around and come take. I'm glad you said that because if it is something that is brewing, as in a lawn disease or anything like that, with it being under regulation, it's going to take longer for it to grow out. Like it's not gonna change. Like it is not gonna change. It's gonna look the way that it's gonna look for a while. It is not gonna change.
Did you know that I didn't know this. Did you know that iron cutter Bermuda goes to seed? Like it throws seed heads?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I pulled up to one of my properties that has iron cutter Bermuda in it. Mine
It's
does
sea
not have
heads
seed
everywhere.
heads. Seed heads was everywhere on,
Yeah,
not on mine, because
yeah,
my yard, I have too much shade for it to feel like it's healthy enough to throw seed
yeah,
heads right now based
yeah.
off the weather. But the properties that I have that are in full sun
Mm-hmm.
all day long,
Oh yeah.
filled with seed heads.
Yeah, my
I had no
pops,
idea.
my pops joints. There's been plenty of times I rolled up down there before we got ready to cut it because I'd tell them not to cut it before I got there so we can get the
Yeah,
footage and everything else. Yeah, that just
yeah.
be seed heads freaking every
I had no
like
idea. I
everywhere.
mean, they're super. They're not
They,
stalky.
yeah,
So
no,
once
no,
you cut
they're
them,
like real
once
fine.
you
They're
they're
like
super thin, fine. Like when I
yeah,
saw it in the distance, I was like, "Yo, what is that?"
yeah,
And I
yeah.
got out, I was like, "Oh, those are fluorescents.
Make it
Those are
look
seed
like real
heads."
and make it real like real ashy looking as you look
Yeah,
as you look across it.
yeah. But
And it
when it
looks like
cuts, it cuts. I
yeah,
think it cuts cleaner and easier than the actual
yeah.
grass itself.
Yeah,
Be honest, I'm
and
like,
then the color pop. Like if you look at
pops,
one pass, like with the seed heads,
pops.
and then the color, the pass that you just
Sheesh.
cut. Oh man,
Holy.
oh yeah, I've been there.
Holy. Holy. I just didn't, with it being a hybrid and
Oh
every
yeah,
I
you
don't know.
just didn't think it. You just didn't think
I
it.
didn't think that it
Yeah,
was even going to produce seed heads, it being a hybrid Bermuda. Like I
yeah.
know common is going to kick up. I mean, I saw common Bermuda kick up seed heads all the time in Maryland,
Hmm.
but in my mind I was just, and I didn't see any last year, of course, cuz I was getting established.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
I was just surprised to see a haze of seed heads on that hybrid Bermuda. So,
yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ain't no problem or nothing like that. But yeah,
No, I wasn't
it does.
worried about it. I was just more so surprised. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, dang, I didn't even know this thing went."
yeah.
I never knew. I never knew.
um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was one of the applications I made. I got out a PGR last week. This week, that's why we said up until this point, how much N did I have on it? I did go down with four tenths of a pound. So I put 4/10 of a pound of Phoenix on the backyard, and I only had a little bit of it, so I had enough for the backyard and front yard. I think it was like some urea or something that I had around here that I went trying to use up some stuff on the front yard. So I am right just over a half a pound of N for the season. So far, I'm right at 6/10, probably right at 6/10 of a pound of N for the season. Um, Went down with that application, some simple lawn solutions, micronutrients, and soil hume. Because I knew we had that rain, and cider grow because I knew we had that rain coming in. So went on and made that application before the rain. Got my clients all fertilized, got them taken care of before the rain. So I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna start popping here in about 3 or 4 more days. I'm pretty sure them Johnsons gonna be glowing, glowing. Uh, Other than that, I think that's all I've had going on in the yard this week. Um, I'll go ahead. We talked about the mow and everything, so I'll go ahead and show y'all what it was looking like. What it was looking like post mow situation that we had, and I think I got pictures today of the full lawn, everything.
Cooking. cooking,
I
cooking,
got
cooking.
of everything.
Let me let me get after some of this stuff and here in the chat. Yeah, buddy. So
Like,
dismiss is a good choice right now against us. Yes, you
yeah.
can use dismiss against Nutsedge at the moment. And if you go at the right rate, you can get you some residual post emergent control. Scroll, by the way, scrolls damages are mostly gone on my territory. You guys were right. Yeah, yeah, that stuff was gonna fill in William D. I still got them digging around in my yard right now.
They digging in
Um,
mine right now. It
right,
happens every day. I walk out there every day and there's like 3 or 4 new holes in there.
right. April Martinez waiting on the flood here in San Antonio. My Bermuda grass here is already green. Yeah, a lot of the Bermuda is greening up around here. I can just tell it's not actively growing aggressively. The only thing
Hmm.
that's really starting to move is common Bermuda, but that's because it's like the trash grass that just grows through anything. So that's why it's not really necessarily spreading. It's just waking up
It's just
faster than
yeah.
anything. That's really what's going on. This is the lawn school. Hey, if you're learning something, we're happy to be here for you to learn it.
Yep.
It's raining
Anytime.
now. I wish it was raining now. Big Red, you got 7 inches in the month.
7 inches and counting.
Holy,
Y'all still getting more rain? Sheesh.
holy.
Send us
Angus
about
Mall
send us
says,
about 2 inches.
let me get two more and then we're going to jump into that fire lawn. I think I had Poa. It's really bring neon. Maybe that's like a little extra word you put in there. It's really neon green and always comes up before the KBG and tall fescue. How can I get rid of it without waiting for the fall to dig it up? Now, I'm going to tell you, if it's really green and it's always growing faster than the KBG and tall fescue and you're not seeing seed heads, I'm sorry to tell you that is not Poa annua, that is Poa trivialis.
True.
And that is a whole different problem. Digging it up is a way. Trying a new or the other product that they said, I've seen some decent suppression in that. But to
Velocity.
be honest, yeah, yeah. Um, the, really the only other option you have is dig it up 4 inches deep or just glide out before it gets
Glide
too,
glide and
yeah,
dig it.
before. Yeah, glide and dig it before it spreads too much. Now, if it's Poa annua, I'll tell you next year, you being a cool season yard, throw sulfentrazone in the mix for your pre-emergent, and that's going to help you out a lot with your Poa annua as far as the next season.
Yeah.
And then
I
Mr.
actually I
Martin,
actually fixed I actually had some triv in a patch of triv in the front and I'm gonna do another patch also. I had some I was digging some grass up somewhere and I was like, yeah, there's a pretty decent patch of grass right here. Grabbed a shovel, went to the spade and went to the front yard, dug the triv out of the front and pat
replace.
and replaced it and we're gonna keep it and we're gonna keep we gonna keep it moving. I got 2 more areas and I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
If I
I
had
don't. I
time,
look.
if
I
I had
use
time, I would have glided. If it had been planned, I would have put some
right.
just go ahead and drop some holy water on it, let it sit for 10 days or so, and
Mhm.
then dig it out. And I mean, it's just
Yeah.
trying to get them, just trying to kill them rhizomes that's down in the soil.
Yeah. Yeah. As much as possible, for sure. Um, you know, oh yeah, this is the last one. Before we get back to it, I, everybody's green out in Michigan apparently because they done got a ton of rain, and that's normal, especially for this time of year for cool season grasses. So I'm gonna
That
stop
shit,
there.
that should be
Uh,
green. Like everybody should
yeah,
be
you
green right now.
in the cool season world, yes.
In cool season world, everybody should be green right now.
If you are
The
if you are in
weeds should
Virginia
be
or above,
yeah. The
Yes,
weed
you
should
should be
be
riding.
green. The actual fescue and KBG should be green. Like everything should be green right now. It should be green. It's hard to separate the men from the boys or the ladies from the women right now. Like it is like everything should be green right now. But let's give it about a month, not about 2 more months. If we gonna start to see some separate, we're gonna start to see some separation here in about 2 more months when that heat and humidity comes around. um.
Facts.
So yeah, man. Yeah. We should be green right now, and it is honestly. You drive around in my neighborhood. If you've got a lawn that has even slightly been taken care of, like with the bare minimum, it's green right now. Now that we got a little bit of that little 6/10 of an inch of rain, a half inch of rain that we got, stuff just jumped out the ground. Like it is like it responded in overnight. Next day, stuff was like, oh man, I needed that. Yeah, let's grow. We good. Um, so yeah, post mow today. This is what we're looking like back here in the back. No complaints at all for me of of where we're at right now. She is glowing and cooking right now. Um,
Fire.
yeah,
We need the soundboard. Fire, fire, fire.
yeah, man. No,
uh,
no complaints at all. Looking good. Edges crisp. Like she. This is the way we supposed to be looking right now. This is what it's supposed to be looking like right now at this time of year. Um, and when things are going right, that Elm Street Elite, even when it ain't, it still looks decent. But when it's going right and it's looking, hey, the environment is doing what it's supposed to do, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. It ain't the newest and latest and greatest hotness of cultivars that are out on the market. But when you look at longevity, results, and consistency, like I've been showing y'all this for 5, almost 6 years now. And year after year after year after year, it shows up. Like it shows up every single year. Um, and then just a top down looking at density, like it's there. It's there. Feel like a carpet out there. Camden was running around falling and rolling over on the yard today.
I had myself muted. I just realized I was muted. I was like, "That's a good look. It looked good. It looked good. It looked real good. It looked real good."
Yeah, Camden was out there rolling around. He was running and falling. I run fast like Superman, and then fall over and roll over in the grass and everything else. I was like,
So I'm curious. Quick segue. Why did he say like Superman? What happened? Are you? He's seen Superman somewhere. Where was he exposed to? Because I'm trying to figure out why Noah is all about Spider-Man. I don't know. Like it's just like, well, part of it I have a good idea why because they did really good with that multiverse Spider-Man, making everyone felt like they was accepted. You know, you got pigs running around as Spider-Man,
mm.
Cyborg, Spider-Man, whatever. I thought that was like a very good play. I don't know where he saw it and caught on to it, so I was just curious to see like do y'all
So
watch Superman? Like,
no,
have you seen like where did
no,
he
we
see
rarely
Superman to
we
lock him
rarely
on
watch
Superman?
TV with him. Like his TV time is Thomas the Train, Paw Patrol every now and then, very
Mm-hmm.
rarely,
Mm-hmm.
and Tractor Ted.
Okay.
Tractor Ted. Um,
So where did Superman come in at?
one of
His
his
daycare.
one of his classmates at daycare brought
Daycare.
in
Yep.
show and tell,
Daycare.
and I think
Yeah,
he
his daycare.
dressed up. He either dressed up
All
or
right.
he brought something that was Superman, and he like his classmate was like, "I'm running fast like Superman." And then they just took on, and now they running around the
There it
class.
is.
They run around outside talking about they run fast like Superman. And then
There it is.
he comes home and he's like, Dad, I run fast like Superman. And he
Super.
take he
Right. Yeah. And now that you said that, Prince, he probably got it from his cousins, because his cousins, especially the cousin that is his older cousin, but he's closer to him in age,
mm-hmm.
Charlie, he's a huge fan of Spider-Man, and that's most likely where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. My bad to derail you.
The
If you remember
environment
what you're about.
the environment influence is already there.
Mm,
Like it's already there.
facts.
But nah, density wise, man, we looking good. Color wise, we looking good. No complaints on that. And then we jump to the front yard.
Yeah.
Front yard, fire.
Look at
Like
them. Look at
it
them
is
edges.
it is
Look at
front
them
yard looking
edges.
good. Can't
Look at them
complain.
edges.
It's an area over here. Like you can't see it in the picture, but in this area
Well,
up
circle
here
the area where your triv used to be. I'm trying to point to it, right? But it's more closer to the screen.
it's
And
right
just
there.
for the person who was there, right?
It's
It's
right there.
gone. It's gone now. I mean, or it's at
Yeah.
least
And
suppressed
I
to the
got it.
point where.
Here's the other patch that I was talking about. Is right there.
Okay.
That's the other patch of triv there. And if y'all go back to, I think I did it last year. If you remember last year, I had like 4 or 5 like
Yeah.
big dead patches. Was that last year or the year
Mm-hmm.
before? One of them. But I
Yeah.
killed out
Well,
some area that I had some triv. Positive results is that
yes.
it hasn't come back at all this year. Not to say that it won't be back in the future at some other point in time, but
Yeah.
since I killed that off, it was some areas here, it was some areas down here, and out this way. But all of those are taken care of, and I had these 2 patches right here that popped up out of the blue. Like it just out
I
of
would
out of
say
nowhere,
that
them 2 popped up.
Poetriv is equivalent to dealing with common Bermuda in warm
Mm.
season grasses in the South. Like, it's really hard to get away from it.
Yeah.
The beauty is common Bermuda does not stick out. In fact, common Bermuda, outside of the nodes being like really far away from each other, the density of color is why you don't even realize it's there.
In
At
Bermuda,
times. In Bermuda or any other warm season grass,
Yeah,
really. I
yeah.
mean,
In warm season,
centipede.
yeah.
You can see it. You can see it more in centipede, because centipede typically tends to be lighter green than the
Yeah.
common Bermuda. Um, so I would say that's a nice little decent trade off we have down here in the South. But if you're looking for a native invasive weed that just like people have to deal with, that's equivalent to Poetry Real is down here in the South. Yeah, it's gonna be your
I've
common Bermuda.
I've got a patch of common that's right there by um my test plot
Mm-hmm.
walkway, the little walkway that's right there on the corner of the house. That little bed, like I get common there, and I kill it every year, and it comes back every year. That's why I asked Polo for the Pylex, because
Yeah.
I need to hit it in the mouth hard, because it
Right.
it just keep. It was to the point that, bruh, I found it growing inside my garage.
Sheesh.
Inside. It found its way inside the garage from
Little
outside to
thumper.
inside, and was growing and kept growing. And I ain't talking about it just poked a blade in, like the runner was inside the garage. At least 3-4 inches of runner inside the garage.
That's wild.
That's crazy. That is
That's
crazy.
wild.
Crazy.
It's resilient.
Yeah.
It's resilient.
So yeah, man, that's kind of where we're looking. One of the things I did want to point out, so iron cutter, this is where we at. I don't think I showed
Mm-hmm.
any pictures of it at all of what it's looking like.
It look almost better than mine. My temperature's like I'm just I'm just gonna keep it a bug with you. Like we're yards look awful out here. I meant that when I said it. The only yards that look good out here is St. Augustine in Georgia. That's it.
Yeah,
And if they're established and they have been, I mean, they got 2-3 years on them, and they're being
and they
maintained
got some,
properly.
yeah.
Yeah, they
But
got
yeah,
some
that
water on them. Yeah,
this is how the iron cutter is looking decent. I would say
yeah, it looks
for
decent.
right now. I got the second. Today was the second mow on it. I cut it again. I cut it again today. I cut it earlier this week, and I just went out there and jumped on it. I was cutting the rest of the yard, so I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and come across it again. Took a little bit off of it again, so it's growing. It is growing for sure. The weeds and stuff that I sprayed in the video, you can see them dying off. There's a lot of that
Hmm.
that's just dying off. Them they getting up out of there. But I was ready to get it cleaned up. Like I was tired of looking at it the way that it was. I was like, I just need to get a cut on it. It will look so much better. And this is
Hmm.
the area from like right here and back that gets like full sun. Like this area up here gets almost full sun all day long, no shade, nothing. Like it gets sun all day. And you can look at the density and the color difference. And it gets more shady the further it goes down. And you can tell the difference in the density and the color and how much it's woken up. Which is why we say when you're dealing with warm season grass, the best thing that you can do is give it full sun, as much sun as you can give it, because that's what it's looking for. Especially Bermuda. Like Bermuda, the more sun that you can get it, the better off it's going to perform. So this area down here, I know that it's shady. So it's going to be a good test to see how it's already greening up. It's growing. It's doing, it's moving a little slower than this area down here, which is to be expected. But you can see that it's growing and greening up and it's coming in. So we'll see how it performs in the shade. I have no doubts at all about from here up. It is going to look amazing this season as I get into it, and we'll see how the rest of it does. But still got some dormancy in there. It's not all the way awake, given the temperatures and environmentally what we've been dealing with. But here's a little close up of it when you start to look at it. She's awake. It is awake, and it is no question about it. But you can still see a little bit of dormancy in there, and I haven't scalped it back. Like I haven't scalped it back yet. At this point, I'm gonna just cut it for now. I'm gonna keep it just right at an inch right now, maybe an inch and a quarter, as low as my rotary will get me. But now that I've got it, I've cut it there a couple of times. I think it's about time to pull that good old Hudson out. I think
Yes, sir.
I'm about to go ahead and start
Get
putting.
that thing
Yeah, man,
cracking.
it's about time to get that Hudson out there now.
Get it crack.
I got it tamed. I got it tamed and under control now. So it's time to go ahead and slide that Hudson on it, and I think that's what I'm about to start using. I might put another cut on it this weekend just for the heck of it.
You got the A blade, or you got an A blade, right?
I got the 8 blade. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You need to go ahead and do that. I
yeah,
don't know what you're
yeah,
waiting on.
yeah. I
Yeah,
got the
go
8
ahead.
blade.
Go ahead,
I needed to
go
get
ahead and
all
do
them
that.
weeds and stuff, and I needed to bag
Yeah,
them up. I needed to bag them
yeah.
up the last time, get
Make
them
it a respectful landing ground,
Yeah,
Hudson.
yeah,
Like get the trash out before you put the reel out. You know.
yeah. Which is what I did. Which is what I did. I was like, let me go ahead and get all this stuff out of there, get this taken care of, and get it down, get the height of cut down on it. So now I can come through there with the Hudson and get a real good cut on it. So yeah, that's where we at on that one. Um, we can jump back over, see if we got any other questions and stuff that have come in. We'll
Yeah, let me
take a
see.
look at that. And then, so I think we covered most of the topics that we had to cover. Uh,
Yeah, we just had a few other questions that was
yeah.
worth getting after. Um, we got the Poa one. I told you what you should do about that. Michigan, you've been dry out there in Daytona, but then you had a whole bunch of rain. Good for you. Whatever. I'm jealous. I'm just don't pay me no mind.
he hate, he hate, he hate, he hate over
I'm
there.
hate turf. Turf off of SU lead. Gave him front yard. What was that William D? Did William D say something else? I mean, by the way, oh okay, yeah, you're good. You got the KGB in there. It'll recover just fine. William D French. Making your lawn look like I'm on Doble. I know. Yeah, them seed heads on cool season grass. That's just
Yeah, I don't,
that's some.
and this is the difference. Like looking at how my backyard and my front yard look during this period of time of what it's about to go into. My front yard is about to take a nosedive. Like it just gets that yellowish, like just kind of off color look to it when it starts to produce them seed heads. The backyard does it a little bit, but not as bad as what the front yard does. Like I don't see the seed heads in the back, but it kind of you can tell the plant is going through that phase of the process in the spring because it will go a little off color, which is why I put down the 4/10 of a pound of N on it. I went on and gave it some food, gave it some nutrition as it's starting to get ready to get into, and I can already see seed heads popping up in the front yard. So that's why I went on and gave it some food as it starts to enter into that seed head production. So it's not like a dump of color because it's just using all that energy up making seed heads. PGR 10 modes for me. 10 modes this month. Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you get 7 inches of rain. Big Red said he done mowed 10 times this month already. Sheesh. Yeah, like I said, 10 inches of rain. And if you put any fert on that, like any at all, like I hope you didn't go. I mean, 10 times you got some fert on it, maybe. I don't know, but like 10 inches of rain this time of year, that'll do it too. Because that spring flush is crazy. PGR might have been your best friend.
I feel like this person is trolling us right now. Padoka, are you trolling us? I'm just like, because I'm going through these messages, and I know that you said, like this is law school, so dismiss is a good choice right now against Nutsedge. But then you pop back in, and you were like, what did you say? I have a question. Been waiting for like 2 days. Let me know when is the right time to ask. LOL. Cause you done asked us like 3 questions tonight, 3, 4 questions. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just like, I feel like you're
we we
trolling me
go we go
right
get
now.
out.
Or did
We
we miss a
always get after
question?
the questions.
Yeah, or did we miss your question? I don't know. I feel like you. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. I don't know. Don't most Bermudas produce seed heads? I don't know. Do they? Cam? Do
I
most
mean, I think
Bermudas?
most of them do.
Probably do. Yeah. I was just like I said, Big Red. I was surprised because there was an assumption that I made that since it's a hybrid Bermuda, I just assumed that I wouldn't see seed heads. That was a complete assumption on my end. You know, remember this is my first full season with a established warm season lawns, um, of all varieties for me to see it like close up and personal. What I'm gonna tell you, what grass I've never seen seed heads on, and I've been paying attention to this grass the whole time I've been here, which is zoysia. I'm not saying that it doesn't go to seed, but I haven't seen anything that looks like
Mm,
seed heads. But if it did go to seed, I would imagine it looks a lot like that the iron cutter going to seed today. Meaning I could have drove past the Zoysia lawn thinking that it looked super ashy, not realizing
mm-hmm,
it was going to seed.
mm.
Um, because that's how like, you know,
It's real
some
fine.
different.
Like it don't
Yeah, it's
look
super
it
fine.
yeah, it doesn't look like seed. Like if you got any amount of distance on it, you wouldn't think that it's seed. You wouldn't think
Yeah.
that it's seed head.
Yeah. So I very well could have seen seed heads on Zoysia, but um yeah, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Power that doesn't break the bank.
Holy
Um,
water.
move, move to the south. Yeah, hey, cost of living is cheaper down here, and then you could just hit it with MSM, and you be
And you got a
you could
product to get rid of some
MSM
poem.
and Spectacle Flow. Well, shoot, that's Spectacle
So
Flow.
that ain't
That's
cheap.
expensive.
That trying to say
That's
cheap.
not cheap. I ain't cheap, but
That
you ain't gotta
spectacle
worry
ain't.
about seeing no power. Big dog. So Fincher Zone,
Yeah.
so Fincher Zone, so Fincher Zone paired with prodiamine in the warm in the cool season region gets you. I would say that takes you further than as far as now breaking the bank. That would be your option. You don't really have a quality cheap post emergent option in cool season territory. That's what I would argue. So
Nah.
you're better off targeting the
Especially,
pre-emergent.
especially if it's dropped a whole lot of seed heads. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I'm experiencing in one of my clients' lawns is they had an area that they had a deck built on the back, and they left a whole bunch of their materials and stuff sitting on the yard. So it basically killed off the grass that they had there, and a whole bunch of weeds came up. And of course, when I originally did the renovation on this yard, it had a whole bunch of POA in there. But being that it had been on a program for a while, like the lawn was thick, it was good, like it was suppressing all of that. So once it died, once that it got opened up, and then that POA came back, it has been a battle trying to get that POA back under control because it just grows, drops more seed heads, come back, grows, drop more seed heads. So like I'm gonna have to skip a overseeding period of time and like try to get back into my cycle on that particular area of the yard. So yeah, in a cool season yard, it ain't a whole lot of good solutions to deal with POA, Triv or a new Annual. So
Yeah.
I've seen good results really like on Triv with a new. A new does a good suppression, a good job of suppressing Triv, and getting it down in the canopy so you don't see it as much. It doesn't get rid of it, but it gets it down in the canopy so that it's not as visible. I ain't gonna say that it's not visible, but it's
Right.
just not as bad.
Yeah, I got a really old video on that where I went max rate with a new, and it is very visibly clear that
Yeah,
that
Triv
poetry
does
did
not
not
like it,
like it.
which is
And
another
even in
reason
the
why I
video, I
go
was like,
max
yo,
rate. That's another reason I go max rate.
right,
Like
right.
yeah,
In the video, I was like, I don't know if it's gone for good, but I'm telling you, it did not like it. It is pissed off, and it just like went all the way away, and I didn't notice it
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Period. It could
It
have
does
still,
not.
it probably still was always there, but because I kept my lawn under regulation while I was there, I never saw it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Never
It
saw
does.
it again.
Triv does not like a new. Like it
Nah.
does not like a new at all, especially at max
Mm-mm.
rate. It does
Mm-mm.
not like it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What's the next one? What's the
on
safest
the
time window to go for pre-emergent after a full renovation? A year after it's established. Well, after no, don't do 6 weeks later. Yes, you would be risking your reno. Listen, don't worry about the weeds that are
Yeah.
coming up while you're doing the reno. Don't worry about it. As long as you got the right seed rate out, or the right whatever rate was per square foot for whatever it is you did, give it a full season. Look at those weeds. Know that you want a yard like Cam's, but you can't have it in 1 year. That's the reality. You're not going to have a yard like Cam's in 1 year. You're not going to have a yard like mine in 1 year. And mine isn't even that. I'm not. I mean, I know it's slamming out there, but I have super ridiculous expectations. So I'm just saying, like, you're not going to have that yard that you're. If you just got into lawn care 18 months ago, you got probably another 18 months to get the yard that you've been seeing on YouTube. And that's if you do all the things right and you've been getting good advice and the weather has agreed with you
Yeah.
on top of that.
The environment
Like,
will
there's so many
smack you.
variables.
The
It's a
environment will
journey. Enjoy the
smack you.
journey.
Yeah.
Enjoy the journey. It's like having kids. Yeah, you're ready for them to stop pooping in Pampers. And then one day you're going to wake up and be like, what was the last diaper I changed on my child?
You don't know
Because at
because you
some
never
point-
know. You never know when the last one is.
At some point, that moment's going to happen. It's going to be fleeting. You know? So just like kind of enjoy
Yeah, I've read
the
some
journey
articles
to get
about
to that yard. Enjoy the journey to get to that yard
Yeah.
that you're really looking to get to. It really just soak it up as much as possible, because if you stick with it and you're truly passionate about it, you're going to turn around and you're going to be bored with your lawn. That's what's going to happen.
Which is why I got a test plot. Like which
Right. If you're
which
going to start
which
creating test plots, you're going to create your own business, because
Yeah.
you're still going to have a love and a passion for it, but your yard is going to be in cruise control. That's
Yeah.
what's going to happen. One day you're going to turn around and you're not going to have many issues, if any. And then as they pop up, they're going to be super easy to control.
yeah,
Take
you already
care,
know
get
what
them
you
out of
you
there.
already know what you need to go do.
You already know you got the experience. You're going to knock it out. So, like, while you do not press yourself about trying to get a pre-emergent down when you're trying to get the lawn established, deal with the weeds. You can clean those up.
You
I
can get a
promise
post emergent. You can in 6 weeks you can put a post emergent down and
Yeah,
kill whatever's
that's the thing.
there. That's what you
kill
can
whatever's there. 6 to 8 weeks. I would wait 8 weeks. But yeah, 6
do.
to 8
But you know,
weeks.
you know
can
me. I
clean that
start
up.
mowing. You know, I start mowing at day 14.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I done about
But that's
6
another
weeks-
that's
6
good
weeks.
way of controlling those weeds too. Though.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I
Like
mean?
so,
Yeah, it
so
don't
you
mean
talk
gotta
you
go out
talk
there
about
and cut
6
them.
you talk about 6 weeks in. I done mowed that joker.
Yeah. Yeah.
8
3
times.
times.
I done mowed that joker about
Messing
5
with
6. Hey, day 14, I am on that joker. Cutting. We are
Be
cutting.
sure to give out more context, Cam, because people be thinking you rolling out there with a zero turn. They're gonna be able to cut their yard up. Make sure y'all tune in the elevated lawns case, because when he's saying he going out there in 3 to 4 weeks, do understand there's a meticulous process he takes to get on that very young grass. He's going out there with a light mower, probably battery operated. He's getting on it and off it. He's not worried about edging.
Nothing.
Just keep that in mind.
Just cut it.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got for you.
That is the approach.
Skip it.
I will take. So you did it last week. I will take a slightly different approach.
Okay.
Instead of the full year, give it the fall. Give it the fall. Come into spring, you'll be fine in the spring. You'll be fine. You'll be fine in the spring to go ahead and put your pre-emergent down as normal. Like just give it the entire fall and winter. Give it the entire fall and winter for it to establish. Do what it does. Let that spring flush and everything start to get going, and make sure you get your pre-emergent down. Just give it that full fall. You'll be fine in the spring. If you want to get a pre-emergent down in the spring, you'll be fine. Done it a number of times. Next one up. How much darker?
Dude, I got customers messaging me at 10:15 at night. I'm going to say that I'm blessed.
I was gonna say I hope it's good. It's probably
It's
good.
well,
It's probably good
it,
if it's.
it's not good. It's not bad either. It's just like then what I'll tell you this. It's good because they want to spend more money. What's
That's
weird
good then.
is you're messaging me at 10:15 at night.
They might be like me. You got to do stuff
Well,
when you got
you
time.
called me,
When you got
you
time to do
called
it.
me, you called me. I didn't answer, so then you text me. But at least you text me with everything you want me to do, and you
Mm,
cleared me to go ahead and do it.
mm.
But what I'm trying to figure out is like, why did you think this was an appropriate time to make those phone calls? Like that's wild.
Hey
That's
man,
wild to me. Okay,
they,
but I'm also like, I
they
had to
might be. I'm telling you,
like
man. They might
initially
be like.
I
They
was
might
like,
be like me. You got to do stuff when you able to do it right then and there. Because if not,
but you
it'll
know
be.
what? That's why you need to get on that you need to get on that blue dot because blue dot respects people's time, and I can set up a message to send later. Meaning I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it right now. I'll set it up and then I'll say send later, so I can type the message out and then and then schedule it for it to send to you at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you're not up at 8 o'clock in the morning, then I really don't have any sympathy for you because I got 3 kids. So yeah,
I
but at
ain't
10
got no,
o'clock at night,
I ain't got no
that
sympathy at
was
10 o'clock at night either. It's like, hey, I had to send you this message. I had to send you this message.
that's
You'll
what do
get
not
to,
disturb is for.
you,
That's your
yeah,
problem.
you'll get
You
it
should
when
have had your phone.
yeah,
That ain't my problem. That's
that
your.
ain't my problem.
I sent it thinking that you would see it in the morning when you woke
Yeah,
up.
that's what
I didn't think it was gonna
I
wake
ain't.
you up.
I ain't expect
Yeah,
you to
we in
respond right there.
2026.
I
We
ain't
got do
expect you to
not
respond.
disturb and all these other.
Come
I'm with
on,
it. I'm with it.
that's
I'm
your
with it.
problem.
I'm with it. Hey, look. Hey, Cam. It's 10:18. Let's push through this because both of us we got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So let's. I keep distracting us. That was my fault. But where we at? How much
How much
darker did
darker
you
is the? You can see it in the is a vast difference. Like it is
give it
way
points?
dark.
They're looking for points.
It
Okay,
is.
so we go 1 point. So we go from 1 to 10.
I would
Where's the
say
iron cutter versus the fescue?
color. Fescue is a 9.8 in color
Okay,
right now.
because
I would
nothing's perfect
yeah
and ours, just
yeah
period.
yeah,
In this world, in the green industry, period.
and I would say the iron cutter is probably 5, 4.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah, it's night and day.
sheesh.
It is night and day.
A
That
night and day sec require like I don't know. I kind of feel some type of way about that.
it
Like
is, but I mean,
it
like
is a night and day difference. But I
it
thought you
has
were
no,
gonna
it
go
has,
with like a
it's had no fur on it. It's
no, no, no.
barely
I
awake.
think they mean. I think they mean in its best state. I don't think they mean
Oh,
like right now.
that is the right now. That
Yeah, yeah.
difference.
That's the right now. I think they
Yeah.
mean in its best state when you put them
Oh,
side by side.
uh, in its best state, which makes what makes this funny is typically when the iron cutter is
They
in its
flip.
best
They
state,
flip. Well,
the
I'm just gonna say
the
take the best
fescues,
state from the fescue,
yeah,
and then the best state from the iron cut. I think that's really what they're looking for. Like
yeah.
when
All right,
the iron
so
cutter is in its prime,
yeah,
how much darker is the fescue than the iron cutter? Like, because they may be thinking like, yeah,
yeah.
I got fescue right now. I've been thinking about flipping the Bermuda. I love the deep dark green. How much darker is fescue than the iron cutter when it's in this prime? I
If
made a lot of assumptions, split
yeah,
sucking
yeah.
on your behalf.
But
Pause. I just feel like I need to
we'll
say
give
that
them
after I
both.
read
Like
that
so, we've
meme.
given them both.
But
We've given them the right now, and then now
right,
let's give them
right now,
the like. So we'll cover all the bases. I
yeah.
would say so. Right now, Fescue's at its 9.8.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my iron cutter, which I haven't had a full season on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
If I compare it to my pops, the best that I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it, like color wise, and it
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been under my management program,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that color compared to fescue is probably like a 9.8 in the fescue to a 8 or 9,
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that.
8 or 9,
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue that because I was
eight
I
five,
was
eight
looking for him
five,
to. I
eight
was looking
five.
for Cam. For me, knowing Cam as long as I've known him, I expected him to say like 7.5, and I really think he's juicing it. I think he plussed it up to avoid a conversation with me. I would have
No,
expected.
I
I
think
would.
I think his height. I think height of cut matters though. I think height of cut
It does.
matters though.
It
Like when
does.
like my pop's lawn, when it's cut at like 2.5,
Smoking.
that joint is green.
Crazy.
It is
Crazy.
green.
Crazy.
It is not far off. That is like zero iron, zero anything. Like just
And it
straight
strikes.
in,
It
straight
strikes for
in.
like
No fur,
72 hours.
like no irrigation. Like and we're comparing it to a lawn that non-irrigated, no iron, no micronutrients, no nothing, just typically straight in on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could
Yeah. I'm
with
not gonna argue that.
one micronutrient or iron application in that, you could get it just about as green as fescue.
Yeah.
I
I
have
agree.
no doubt about it.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I was I that's why I had to preference that because I was a little offended. I was like, "Come on, bro! Like
Oh,
Iron
like
Cutter,
if we was
look,
comparing
look,
comparing them right now, yes.
you about to lose your sponsorship tonight.
Yeah.
Let me help reel you back in.
Clean
Okay,
that
all
up.
right, cool.
Let's clean
All
that
right,
up.
clean.
Let's clean that one up. Appreciate you.
Split
Appreciate
circle. Pause.
you.
Lefty man, I see. I'll let you try. What
All right.
teammates
I
were.
just wanted to jump down and see
So
if
we got.
anybody else had that one. Yeah, we gotta pick this up.
Of course, we still working, man. What you mean? What is it? That's what we do.
Yeah.
Uh oh yeah. Phoenix will probably be back in stock next week. It was supposed to be in stock this week, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take complete. It's my fault. It's not in stock because it's my fault. That's it.
We all good.
Should
We all good. We got y'all.
should
It's coming.
be
It's coming.
should
We
be in
got y'all.
stock next week. We got in time. Luckily, the season is kind of dragging anyway. I'm gonna tell you, it'll
Yeah.
be here before Mother's Day. How about that? It's
Yeah.
April 30th. It'll be here before Mother's Day. We needed to do some administrative actions in the background where we're 70% done. So just deal with us. Be patient with us.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump. So, Lefty, I'm gonna answer a couple of your questions all in one. I'll take care of this one. And you asked about,
Gotcha.
was that my lawn right now? Yeah, those are today pictures. Like the pictures I showed earlier, those are from today, a few hours ago to be exact. If you overseed it last fall, is it normal to see uh, baby grass or light patches? Yes, it is. It should, as it gets more mature, you may actually had some stuff that actually might have germinated later on and just came up. I have seen that before. But yes, as that grass matures, it starts to get its color, it starts to get all of its traits and capabilities and stuff. So over time, yeah, actually got some areas that I spot seeded, and I know that I spot seeded, and they are lighter green in my front yard. They are lighter green than like the more mature and established areas. It'll eventually even out as it matures, so you'll be all right. Um, Am I sure that grass is real? Yeah, yeah, man, it's looking good right now. I can't complain. It's
It's
looking.
real.
It is
It's real.
real. You can ask my son. I had to pick the grass clippings out of his hair the night as I was giving him his bath. Um, yeah, I'm pretty Lefty. I'm pretty sure you're talking about getting rid of the poetry of, yeah. Use Gly and Dig. on the poetry. What's going on, Super TA? I see you in here.
Was it the? Oh no, someone had a question about orchard grass, um, as
I
well.
don't think I got to that one yet.
Okay, all right, cool. But it's the
Um,
same thing. I just wanted to make sure
yeah.
you weren't mixing it up.
Oh,
You might
yeah.
as well roll in the same boat. Orchard grass. I wish. I mean, it looks like it's in the family of crabgrass and torpedo grass, but unfortunately, is not. That is a perennial that is super tolerant and tolerable to all types of herbicides. You're gonna
Mm,
have to, and even if you try to dig it out, you're dealing with something that grows underground. Those roots can run deep, especially if it's been there for a while. Uh, 2-3 rounds of non-selective herbicide is probably your best route to go. Make sure you look up to see when it's most actively growing, which is probably going to be in the fall, the best time to get it. But double check, but it's in that same family. So um, I'm saying this, and I'm saying I sound like I'm like a couple levels down because I feel bad for you.
yeah.
Like I do. like
It,
I wish there
that's
was. I wish there was an
there's certain
easier
weeds
answer for
out there.
this.
There's certain weeds
Yeah,
out there that are just
just like
they're
you just got the it. You
yeah
just got the ick. You
yeah
got the ick, and there ain't too much you can do about it, man.
nah
It's just a rough
nah
situation to be in. But if you
yeah
keep at it, there's hope for you. We gonna keep you
yeah
in our prayers
yeah. We gonna
and
keep you
just
lifted up. We
lift it up and just hope for the best, baby. Hope for the best.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
So Pink Panther, do I attempt to get my PGR down ahead of the sea heads? Yes. That's why as soon as, which is why I got it down, and when I did is because soon as my growth, soon as I get to the point that where I think I can cut it twice a week, yeah, it's PGR time. Because I know what's coming soon after that is gonna be sea heads. So that's why I try to get out there and get on it. Um, Front yard fire height of cut. I think I'm right at three, maybe 3 and a quarter, maybe three and a quarter on the front yard. The front yard is higher than the back. I'm at like two. I'm probably at like 2 and a quarter, in the back. And my son loves to run around. He can run around a lot better in the backyard than he does in the front. Like, and he enjoys running around on that lower height of cut better than he does in the front. So that was
I'm sure it's
one of the reasons why I wanted it.
I'm sure it's a lot less stressful for you when it's fenced in too. So like me, for me that like I live, I so I got a pool. I don't know if y'all know that or not. My wife and I, little segue, real quick. We ain't gonna spend too much time here, but I am the type of parent that will let my kids fall in the pool and allow them to think that they're drowning, so we never have to do that again. So now when I'm in my backyard, I completely enjoy it because two out of three kids have experienced strategic allowance of you doing something that I told you not to do, and
And
then you
let you
did
figure
it,
it out.
and then I allow you to sit in that a little longer than it's probably comfortable. I don't care. Call
Make
them
you
people on
make you
me. Call
make
them
you
over.
uncomfortable.
Well,
Make you uncomfortable
like,
so you realize what
call
was
them
going on.
people. Send them over here. I don't care. I'll tell them the same way. We are over here teaching them life lessons that's going to keep them alive. I have no issues with those kids going near that pool ever again. I didn't need to put the $4,000 fence up around my pool within my fence. No, just let them understand and respect what water is. So yeah, yeah, same
Yeah.
deal with you and you being in the backyard with Camden. Yeah, he likes that low cut, but I know from a parent standpoint, it's a relief when you ain't got to worry about him accidentally running out in that road.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
somebody coming through
yeah,
slipping and doing some weird
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
especially
I
since
didn't
you don't
stop.
even have a pool, you don't
I
have to
didn't
go through the
stop people.
lesson of like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait because I didn't force it. I literally just waited for the moment to happen,
you
and
knew it was gonna.
it
You
took
knew it was gonna
like it
happen.
was. Oh yeah, yeah. It was just like let's just wait until this happens, and then when it happens, I'm making sure I'm here on guard. And then after it happened, it was like let me make sure I stay on guard to make sure that they got the point. Yeah, they got the point.
Yeah,
I watched them. I watched them for about 6 months, and I knew that they under. Uh, this is how I knew when Noah ran across the the deck and tackled his sister
from
because she
going
got too
in.
close.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we good.
yeah, yeah.
We're
Because
good. We don't got no
not
problems."
only are you on
He said
guard, he's also on guard
he's on
for.
guard. He's like, "Yo, stay. You got too close to that water.
Yeah,
Back up, Slim. Back the heck up." So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um. Looking at this one, appreciate you for joining. Quarter pound to end. Yeah, go for a quarter pound to end. Quarter pound. You probably, if you ain't got no end at all down, you probably could go a half pound. Um, if you got no end at all on the yard, you'd be fine with a half if you want to go at a half a pound. It's okay to mix celleprin and urea in a single application. I'm a more than likely say yeah, but if not,
Yeah.
jar you can jar test it always. Anything, I got a video up about that too. If you've ever got those kind of questions about mixing stuff together, throw you a quick jar test together. I got a video on how to do one and like just checking products and then stuff like that. Just get you like a glass mason jar and add your water, add your products and all of that stuff in there, ratio it out, and just see what it does. It's
Yes.
better than doing
The
that
answer
and
is
then
yes.
in your tank.
But still do what he's saying do. But the answer is yes.
Yeah, more than
It's
like
compatible.
most of your herbicides are fine with N sources or insecticides and herbicides. Most of them are fine with N sources. Yeah, we still working. We always working. We always working over here.
No days off. I don't know where to find.
You like to try some iron cutter?
They could ship it, man.
I don't know
I think the
anybody in Jersey,
Maryland. They'll ship it. They'll ship
but
it from Maryland up
they
to
can
Jersey.
get you. Yeah, they can get you some. I could talk. Hit me up, Super TA. I know you. Just hit me. Just hit me up. Um, we can arrange something. We can. I think I can. I can help. I can help arrange something for you. Just hit me up and remind me. Ask me about it, and we can get something going. Oh, I almost missed one.
Small cut side would be helpful. Yeah, you need a square footage cam. Def makes red. Yeah, yeah. He's the only one that can pull off red mulch.
Pine bark and around top dresser back one.
I don't like pine bark mulch.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
chunky.
either. I don't either.
It's
I don't
super
like it.
chunky and it doesn't like it never really knits into itself. Um and I feel like in concept and in your mind you're like, oh, this is gonna look great, but also from a mower perspective, like I can't wait till I get to the point where I can decline potential clients just because I don't want to mess up my blades.
He wants to put pine bark. I'm looking at pine bark
The
mulch,
base.
and then
Top dress
and
with
then
black mulch? Why? Is he trying to save money? Is that gonna save money?
I don't know, or I don't know. Maybe the pine bark is supposed to be better for the plant than the black mulch, or
In
I'm not sure.
top dress. Oh, and top dress with black mulch. You're
Yeah.
gonna top dress with black mulch?
I mean, it might be a
If the
cost. It
pine
might be
bark,
a cost savings, not getting that colored black mulch.
well, if you're gonna do that, then why get black mulch? Why not do the pine bark mulch? It's kind of like what people do with the stones when they get the different sizes of
Yeah,
stones
the
in the rock
different,
bed.
and you have the different pattern. You've got like two different like designs in
Exactly.
it. Yeah,
But I would ask you, why go with a black mulch when you're going with pine bark that's not going to be dyed? Why not get something that's a neutral color closer to the pine bark mulch, and then just dye it the color you want it? You can buy mulch dye
yeah.
for anywhere from $40 to $60 for 2.5 gallons. You know, and then now when you paint it, it's all the same color. If that's what you're going for, if you're looking for like different textures and stuff, if it's not that, then I ain't got nothing for you. But I'm just trying to help you out
Yeah,
here.
I would just think if you're gonna top dress it, he's trying to cover that pine bark up. If if you're
Well,
gonna
he
put
said
it on,
top dress, not cover up the. Maybe I don't know.
yeah,
I would think that you're trying to incorporate them together to give like contrast and textures, but I don't know that the pine bark is that much cheaper than just getting
yeah,
mulch at bulk from like
yeah.
your local landscaping
I
space.
think just to at least answer the
If you're
question
trying
that
to,
you asked,
yeah,
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 I just buy my mulch in bulk, and that's what's through all of my landscaping.
right.
Of
Don't go to
course,
the big box store.
yeah, of course, I mean, I don't pile it up under the shrubs and trees and all of that, but I just have enough there just to meet up against it and to be able to help hold some of that moisture and give you the look that I'm looking for. Hope we helped you out in some point, some amount.
Yeah,
As we try to
Sprigging
figure spring
15,000.
15,000 in a month. That's what I'm talking about. Oh,
Upstate.
he in your state, turn. He
He
in your
upstate. He
state.
up there with busy. He was
Yeah,
busy.
he in
Nah,
your
he not
state.
in the PD.
I called
He
him
said
state. I
upstate.
said state. I said state, bruh.
He said,
Y'all,
yeah, no, he said upstate. Well,
y'all,
in your
y'all,
state, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But we out here we
Y'all that
clicking and clanging
divided.
out here.
Y'all
Oh yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
divided.
yes,
Oh,
yeah. It's
y'all
that.
upstate. Y'all upstate people ain't even
Yeah,
y'all
upstate.
ain't even South
You not
Carolina.
really.
Y'all ain't
Nah,
even
nah,
South.
nah. Yeah,
See,
you
like,
more North Carolina than anything. Let's keep it a buck. He put it in there for a reason. He didn't say I'm in SC. He said I'm in upstate SC. So he wanted to make it clear that he's not down with us.
I ain't with y'all.
Low
Yeah, I
country,
ain't with
PD
y'all.
County, coastal. Yeah, no. So he created a separation himself. I didn't create that. He did that. He said I'm in upstate SC.
So
Nah, I'm in SC.
ain't got
But
no dog in that fight at all. Hey man, get that iron cutter down, man. I wish you the
get it
best.
down,
Hey
bro.
man, if you got
Yeah.
any questions, Turf can help you answer them, and I can help answer them, because that's how we do. He talking all that nonsense over there. Send the questions to me if you got them. I done did it before, but yeah, man. I hope it all works out for you, man. You gonna love that. You gonna love the iron cutter. Long as you got the sun, you got the sunlight for it. Once you get it on the ground, it's going and keep the water on it. It's gonna do what it does. Like it is. I have no doubts about establishing the iron cutter at all. Put it on the ground and get some water there, and it'll do what it does. Um, we hit the orchard grass one already.
Yeah, we already got that.
What was it?
Soup anew. That's what you need. Liquid for a liquid PGR. Yeah, no, get a new and then turn it into a liquid. That's what you do. Soup.
Yeah,
That's your best option. Get the
yeah. So
get the
you could,
uh
if you want to save a couple bucks, the one that we were talking about earlier, that
a
was it
new one that just came out.
the acuity, was that what it?
Yeah,
What
something
was the
like
name
that.
of it? It was like I went
What
and
is
looked
it?
up the prices. I think it was like $25 or $30 cheaper than a new.
Nice. Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, acuity.
Acuity.
Yeah. So that is $126 for a pound and a half bag. Where it's more than that. It's more than that price difference. A new is 176 for the pound and a half bag. Same concentration, same formulation, active ingredient. That would be the route that I go, because if I got to buy some more this season, I'm glad they brought it up, because that is probably the one that I'm gonna go buy. I ain't gonna buy a new. I got a good amount in there at right now, so yeah, that's what I would recommend. Super TA. He's focused on the lawn. Yep, talking about that renovation. Tony, as far as we were just talking about that too. So a new, I'm going down with a new is the PGR that I'm using. But like I just said, I recommend you go grabbing that other one and save you a couple of bucks. It's the same stuff.
Dark 30. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Which one is that? I think that's Jesse's seed.
Is that Jesse? Oh yeah, that's long life.
I
Oh,
think
you
that's
gotta look at what he put in there. Jesse, whatever Jesse came up with, I'm sure he stands behind it. Um, and then just know that I mean, not just for Jesse's lawn, but even for Cam's lawn. When you're looking at them, do understand these lawns they're established, and I would assume, not hope. I'm gonna assume that Dark 30 is 7 to 10 pounds per thousand. That's a fescue. It's majority fescue. I would pull up the NTEP trials because right
mm-hmm.
now when I pull it up, oh no, it's a ryegrass. Oh, okay, darkest ryegrass we've ever. So it's not even the same grass. So when you're looking at Cam's mix, it's not rye because he's not further. He's not as far north as Jesse is.
Yeah.
Cam's grass is a Kentucky bluegrass mixed with fescue. And this right here is a perennial rye, which would never survive an entire year down in Maryland. So you're dealing with two completely different grass types. So for you, you got to ask yourself, are you in the transition zone or in the cool season zone? Because if you're in the cool season zone, that's above, I don't know, Pennsylvania and higher, then yes, go for dark 30 because it's not only going to be a deep dark green because Jesse has his name behind it, but it's going to be right for that environment. But if you're in the transition zone, the armpit of America between Pennsylvania and North Carolina, you do not want to be playing a perennial rye. And if you're below that zone, the only way you want to be planting a rye of any source is in the winter. So those are is like comparing apples to Cadillacs. It's not even the same thing. Nowhere near in the same realm. And I'm going to say that to kind of just make sure that you don't feel like Cam is
Cam
being
was trying to say,
biased. Right?
and I
Being
was about
biased.
to,
So
and,
I
and
took
I
the
was
lead
about to
on
say,
that just to like pull it up like real quick, like,
yep.
hey. And I think his yard is I think he has a rye grass. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call Jesse in between now and the next live,
He's got
and I'm
his
gonna get the
rye.
scoop.
He's got the rye over on the side. He's got KBG in the main portion, and then he's
Yeah,
got like he's overseeded his backyard. So Turfs
yeah.
gave you that Turfs gave you that portion. So now you don't have to feel like I'm trying to sell you something.
There you go. Now go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say what
Get it
I
off.
got to now I'm gonna say what I got to say.
Get it off. Go ahead. Get it off.
um. So for one, you said optional for Maryland. I think you meant optimal for Maryland. So if you are in Maryland and you're trying to
Do
grow
not.
a full ryegrass, you just
Heck no.
making you're making it life way more harder on yourself, and you're liable to be disappointed because trying to keep it alive, if you're not trying to stay on top of it the way that you need to, is going to be a battle here in Maryland. I lost the one ryegrass plant, which is why plot that I had, which is which is why it's now iron cutter. It didn't even last a full season, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with trying to keep this up. Um, could I have done it? Yes, but did I want to manage it that closely to be able to do it? I did not want to do that. So that's one thing. The next thing is the darkest, right? You hit like this kind of one of the qualms I have with certain seed and with certain things, certain approaches is that's one characteristic, the darkest green. That is one characteristic of having a lawn. What is not said, and I don't have anything against the seed, I don't have anything against Jesse, anything, but there are multiple factors that go into having a great lawn, and disease resistance is one of them. Like so, sometimes like when you have a seed that is great in one characteristic, there are flaws in other characteristics. Some of those can be disease resistance and susceptible to having more disease in there. It could be other things in there, and I said that one for a reason. But those are just some of the other, like the having the darkest green to me is not what I'm going for. Like I don't need to have, honestly, I actually really don't like that unnatural green color. I want mine to have that deep, natural, dark green color, which is why I don't use a lot of iron. But the thing is as far as a well-rounded seed, what you get from the Elm Street Elite is you're gonna get the color that's gonna be amazing. Y'all have seen it, you saw it, and you asked, was that my lawn right now? Yes, that's what it looks like right now. In addition to that, you also get the KBG in there that is self-repairing. So now you get divots, you get damage and stuff in your lawn. You have the capability to self-repair without throughout the season without having to go out there to seed. Not gonna get that with a 100% ryegrass type of blend.
Or
So
even with a 100% tall
fescue,
turf type
yeah,
tall fescue.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is why the blend is the way that it is, and the reason why I use it that way. So there's different there's benefits to all of it. I look at the overall picture and not necessarily I want the darkest green lawn. If I want the darkest greenest lawn, I just go throw some iron on it and it's gonna be daggone near black for a couple of dollars because I'm not gonna go buy something out of the store. I'm gonna go buy a powder and you're done. You're done. You can make it. You start with a quality seed, you can make it darker than you want it to be, very easily. So I start to look at the other traits and characteristics around it. So that's my take on
Boom,
it.
boom. Hey,
Yep,
y'all getting us. We got a look at 11. We got to get out of here. So we're gonna we gonna burn through the rest of these,
yep.
but we got to get out of
Liquid
here.
liquid fescue, liquid fertilizer for fescue, simple lawn solutions, or melt down some
Urea or
urea or
AMS.
AMS. I would urea
Yeah,
AMS, or if you're looking for something already pre-mixed, simple lawn solution.
yeah, yeah. You want simple lawn solutions for the simplicity of it all. If you're gonna melt it down, what we mean by melting it down is get you a 5 gallon bucket, put water in it to about. It depends on how much you're trying to melt down, right? So make sure you do a little bit of research on that, as far as how many pounds. And my app is still available on certain levels through different platforms, but you do the math and you forgot how many pounds per 1,000 square feet you need for your application. And then if it's, let's say you're doing 4 to 5,000 square feet, you can do that in 4 gallons of water. It tells you you need 7 pounds of product to get that done for 4800. You're going to take that 7 pounds of product, put it in the 3 to 4 gallons of water, and you're going to mix it up um, separately, individual, like outside. Don't try to do it in your tank. That's really what I'm trying to get after. Like, put it in a different receptacle, usually a 5 gallon bucket, dilute it or um not dilute, but add it with the water to the point where it dissolves. That's the word I'm looking for. Dissolve it in the water and then pour it into the backpack sprayer or your boom sprayer, whatever it's going to be, and then you spray it out. And that's when you're going to get what you're looking for. That's the cheapest way to do it. Melt down. When we say melt
Yeah.
down your urea or AMS, we're just saying, hey, dissolve it in water and then apply it. That's
Just
it.
just know from an application rate standpoint, when you start doing that, your liquids are going to be applied typically at a lower amount of N per 1,000 square foot. You're not going to go out
Yeah.
there and put a half a pound of N down in liquid
No,
at
you
at
don't want
one
to do
at,
that.
at one time. Not
No.
safely and comfortably, and be able to go
Right.
down and be able to go down and lay your head down and go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Unless you got
Facts.
the water coming on as you finishing it. All right. I think we hit most of, like, so we can. I think we'll be able to breeze through the rest of them. We hit most of them already. Um, I want to pop this one up. I appreciate the support. Appreciate you. Appreciate the comments, and yeah,
Said
man, we gonna
follow.
keep doing what we do. Exposure and stuff will come. We know that we don't present the flashy information, the products and all of that. Like we don't really appeal to all of the masses with the information and stuff that we provide, but we provide the quality information that's going to give you the results and the stuff that's going to give you the knowledge to be able to think for yourself and be able to make an informed decision on what you need to be doing. So that's a
Yeah.
part of our goal, is to equip you with the tools and the knowledge that you need to where when you see something or you're experiencing something in the lawn, you can be able to think through it and be like, "Oh yeah, this I should probably do this because of XYZ." And if not, then you can come holler at us, or find your local extension office, or find you some credible sources that you can actually get the knowledge and stuff from. We ain't here to sell you a whole bunch of stuff. Do we got products? Yes, but are we here to sell it to you? We gonna tell you what we use and why we use it and why it's good. You can make the decision for yourself. But
Yeah.
yeah, we appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat, super TA, and Lefty. Appreciate that. Um,
Yeah. We're not. You're not gonna find us in the position to where you roll up here and you feel like you're at a, what is it called, QVC channel,
oh yeah,
where they're
yeah.
just like, yeah, like I kind of
Rolodex
feel
of
like,
a Rolodex of
yeah,
products.
I feel like some of these lawn care channels, Q&As, live, let me give you advice, is not really advice. It reminds me of when I was a child and I would watch my elders watch a sales channel. They're just selling you stuff left
When
and right. They
TV
just
went
bring
off.
one. Yeah, they just bring you. They just they just bring you a new product in front of you and tell you how much you need this and how great is going to increase the efficiency in your life. And I mean, you know, if you know, you know what I'm talking about, and it's just not true. So, um, like Cam said, we have products of our own. We're not saying that those are the products you must have to have the best lawn in the neighborhood, but we want to give you uh,
Tools.
economically responsible tools to be able to put in your tool belt to use. And
Mm-hmm.
there's some specific things that people are looking for, to include ourselves, that they're just not on the market at a fair price.
Yep. Yep.
Because and
Yeah,
because they're not on the market,
far more
yeah,
expensive for
far more
that.
expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
a
why we
lot of
did it.
times you're paying for a lot of fillers. You know, you're not getting your money worth. You're just not. You're not getting your money's worth. And we're here to kind of try to shift the paradigm in that area. So yeah.
Yep. We almost there. Got a slope that's drying out from heat stress. Wetting agent could help. It, I mean, gravity is gonna do what it's gonna do. That's kind of the problem. Is yeah.
Yeah, what is
I ain't got nothing else.
uh, wedding agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're dealing with an aggressive slope, I feel like,
Light and more
especially,
frequent.
yeah, light and more frequent will probably get you closer results to what you're looking for. But at the same time, when you're dealing with it depends. When he says slope, I don't know the degree of that slope.
What grade we
Well,
talk?
like, what's the grade of
What
that?
grade we talking about? Yeah.
Like, are we talking about 3% grade, or are we talking about 12% grade? Because those are very different grades, right?
Yeah.
So when you get an intense grade, um, and you're in cool season world, you must have you must have Elm Street Elite. And I say that because the Kentucky bluegrass is going to spread, crawl, and fill in.
Yeah.
Is it
Help
going to do it
hold.
in 1 year? No. You're probably looking at 3 years of growth and proper management to get all that to fill in to the way that we're like you're happy with it. If you're dealing with a warm season grass like Bermuda, I have a property that I wish I had pictures of it to show you tonight, but I don't. But that property is only going to need about 18 months of getting settled in, and it's going to take care of all those slopes, those aggressive slopes. So the, I think what to say all that, the
If it's
thing that I
drying,
want you to do,
I'm assuming he's established already, right? He's got something that's established and is drying out. Let's take that as the situation.
yeah, because
Say say.
he says that it's a slope that's
Mm-hmm.
drying out so much from the heat stress.
Yeah.
Wetting agent is not going to fix your problem. Let's
Yeah.
answer that.
Yeah.
That's not going to fix your problem.
Which is why I was thinking if you went light and more frequent, just trying to get that water to stay and like the to be able to get the plant to be able to absorb it. Because if you water heavier, like it's gonna want gravity is gonna do what it does. But I don't know. That's one of the ones for me is you've got to put more like on those slope areas. A lot of times you just have to water them more often because that's what's gonna happen. Which is why I lean towards the more frequent watering inside than trying to just do that twice a week type watering on a sloped area, right? Because that water is not gonna want to stay in those areas.
Because gravity.
Yeah,
Gravity.
yeah.
Like you said,
It's it's
gravity is your problem.
it's gonna do what it does.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a with the amount of information you've given us tonight, I think that's the best answer we can provide.
All right,
It's a
thanks.
it's a it's a sticky situation.
It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
Slippery,
Slope,
slippery slope.
pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. Right. Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out preferred how to cut on fescue. Some say that, some say that. Some say 2.5 to 3. Others say 3 plus. Never go below. Promote disease. No. All right. So it
You
is.
got that. That's
Yeah.
you all day. Mm.
So it's gonna depend on like honestly, if you know what your cultivars are that you've got in your fescue, and also how you're managing it, right? The higher your height of cut, the easier it is to manage to a extent, right? If you're non-irrigated, you don't have irrigation, having a higher height of cut does help hold some of that moisture in there, which can be twofold. If you get a whole lot of rain, it's going to hold that moisture in there. If you're in a drought, it's going to help hold that moisture in there, which is going to be beneficial. If you get a whole lot of rain and it's holding that moisture, it is not going to be beneficial because then you can start to get disease pressure and stuff in there. Um, if you have like the newer cultivars of tall fescue, I say that 3-inch range for the average maintenance and homeowner is a good sweet spot. That 3-inch, I had my lawn at 3 inches for a while, and it looks good at 3 inches, especially with a lot of the newer turf type tall fescue cultivars that are out there. If you are non irrigated, full sun, and that's what the conditions you're dealing with, 3 plus is can be beneficial, especially when you get into the summertime. Springtime and fall time, you can be good at that 3 inches. Is the growing time, prime time for that fescue to be growing. When you get into the summer, you can bump that height of cut up to help hold some of that moisture in there to try to help protect that plant. So that's my take on it. You heard me talking about it earlier. I'm at 2.25. I've cut my fescue KBG blend down to 1.25 inches and held it there for a full season. So I've had the full range. I've even had it up to 4 inches, 4.25. You will not see me cutting that high ever again, um, on any of the lawns that I maintain at my personal home. No more hay fields over here. 3.25, 3.5 is probably the highest you will ever see me cut anything again. Never say
Just
never,
like that.
but that's
He
probably going to
said
be where.
probably. He said probably. He did
Yeah,
throw the probably in there.
yeah. There would be a special case scenario if I'm cutting higher than that, as in like I've got like 5 to 7 acres of like grass that is non-irrigated. Then I'd probably cut it at a higher height of cut just to protect it, um, for that reason. And as far as I think you said something else about KBG, also adding KBG to my fence and promote disease. No, it will not.
No, it will not.
They sell blends
It's,
and my blend
it's
is
gonna
a,
help.
yeah.
It's gonna help
They
prevent
sell,
that
yeah, they sell mixtures and stuff.
and or recover.
Yeah. So no, you'll be good if you want some in there, or you can just pick yourself some Elm Street Elite and be good. Um, 2.5, yeah, 3. Yeah, they're kind of going back and forth with the height of cut. Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, that 2.5 and the 3 is
I mean, I
is good.
remember. I remember when you made that transition and
Oh
you
yeah.
were like, "Yo."
It just looks
You were like, "Yo."
it is so different. And it's funny because B the Lawn Barber did the same thing, right? He was in that camp of it's tall fescue, I gotta cut it tall. I gotta cut it high. It's gotta be 4 inches or better. Like now he's down
Mhm.
to I think he's cutting his at 2.5.
Mhm.
And he was like, the first time he cut it, he was like, oh my goodness. He was like, what
It's
have I
different.
been doing? Like, what have I been
Yeah.
doing? And that was the
Yeah.
same, that was the same
It's a
reaction that I
disservice.
had. I was like, yeah, you drop that 2.5 to 3 range. It's you get that density, you get that cut, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you fertilize? I think we good.
That was it. Yeah. I think. I mean, Super came in with another
Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, Tony
Tony.
with
Yeah.
this
With the super chat.
super
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we gonna get ready. So, Leslie, what's my personal preference when it comes to tall fescue? My personal preference, I think I am in the about 2.25 camp, which is where it's at right now, and it looks good. Like it is a mix. It is almost low cut. It is low cut for what most people say for fescue, but like in the realm of things, it's really not. But 2.25, like it has got the density. It feels like carpet. Like it feels like carpet, and everything is so tight and crisp. Every time I cut it, it ain't a whole bunch of stragglers laying over. Like the grass ain't laying over. It is just tight and crisp and yeah, which is why the edges look so good. Like everybody talk about the edges. That is one of the reasons why the edges look so good because it's tight. Like it is. Yeah, it look good. It ain't flopping all over and all this extra leaf blade up there at the top. So yeah, I yeah. Um, I see people were talking about Pete. Oh yeah,
Beat that dude.
2.5 to 4.5, and to 4.5. Yeah, I mean that's a huge range. And the thing with Pete's turf type tall fescue is it's Mountain View seed cultivars. It's some of the same cultivars that I've got in my blend. Pete's blend
Some,
is
not all. Some.
some, some.
We didn't
That
say
was a
it was
key. That
equal.
was a key word. Some of the same.
Pete, we love you,
Some.
baby. We
Yeah,
love you.
all love. We know it's got some of them in there. But yeah, man, it's a quality seed. Like you can cut that in anywhere within that range because they're all Mountain View seed cultivars. And they're known to be able to handle that range. All right, I'm good. I think we hit everything. We covered everybody, and we said we was leaving at 11. It's 11:09, so you got nine
Yes,
extra
sir.
minutes that was on it.
You got 9.
Um,
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like again, we are tuning in every Thursday. We have been consistent with it, and we are continuing to give y'all the best we can. And we're gonna keep trying to be as consistent as we can. And like today, y'all had a lot of good
Yeah.
questions. It was a lot of good questions and stuff that were in here tonight. So as the
Yeah.
season progresses, just bring those questions in. We can talk through them and whatever you're experiencing out there in the lawn, and we can keep this thing moving. And it helps us out. We'll continue to bring what we're experiencing and seeing, and yeah, man, we can just kick back on Thursdays. What you got for them, Turf, as we get ready to get up out of here?
Hey, I'm gonna try my best. Cam and I both are gonna drag the fungus is among us king in here because that
Mm,
season's coming soon.
I ain't gonna
And
lie,
there's no one.
it might be here for
Hey,
me already.
It might already be here.
I
You
believe
heard
something
Cam
done
talking
slip.
about it.
I believe something done
So
slipped up
look,
on me. I got to go look. I got to
we
go look in tomorrow.
we gotta talk to Polo is the king of fungus. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
he's got those fungicides on lock. So hopefully, um, we can get him in here in the next couple of weeks. I'm reading some messages right now. Find our products. So we'll drop links. Hudson Star hosts our products at the time being. Um, we're doing some restructuring right now, but right now it's sold out, so it doesn't even matter. But
Eh,
next week, no, I
eh,
said by Mother's Day,
by
we
Mother's Day.
expect to have the Phoenix back up online, and then we have a new product coming for y'all that we will announce to you and tell you what all the derivatives of that new product is on the night that we go live to tell you that Phoenix is back in stock. So hoping that's going to be before or around Mother's Day. And really that's it. Fungus is coming. Cool season. You already have your head on the swivel, like Cam said.
Mm-hmm.
And then for us here in the warm season, we don't really care that much about funguses.
Yeah,
We can push through most of
y'all
them.
just grow right on through it and
Yeah, we
keep it
can we
moving
can push through. Yeah, we can
and
we can
keep it
push
moving.
through most of those issues ourselves. But for the cool season world, is y'all are coming into your fourth quarter, and for the warm season lawns, we're coming into our third. So second, third, we're in between. We're in the split right now. So um, yeah, uh, yeah, and that's where you can find Phoenix that is currently sold out. Cam just dropped the link,
Yeah, just
but
so
you can't
you
buy it right now. But
just so you know where it's at.
yeah, just so you know where it's at. But we'll go live. We'll go
Yeah,
live, and when everything's up to speed.
yeah. And I'll go
Yeah,
ahead
that's
and
all I
drop
got.
this. I'll go ahead and drop this one in here.
No, I got one more thing. I got one more thing. I got one more thing.
For the seed, if you're looking for a seed. So those are the two. I know if
I
you
got
want to
my
talk
flag.
about it, but there we go.
I
There
got,
we
I got, I got my flag, y'all. I
there
got
you
my
go.
flag. I got my for the people that have been here for a while, or me, you know me for a while. I
Complete.
got my flag.
Mission
And
complete.
yeah, hold on, wait. Got my flag, and I got that. Hold on, wait, we going bow, bow, bow. There it is, right there. Retirement, type of separation, retirement, bow, bow, bow. Honorable. There we go. That's the money make right there. So we did that. I picked that up yesterday. Official retirement date is the end of May 31st. But we did it.
Congrats, my brother. Congrats.
we did
Congrats.
we did it. We did it. 20 years for that flag. Got it right here tucked by the desk. So yeah, that's all I got.
Congrats, my brother. And again,
Yeah.
appreciate your service for sure. Again, we gonna celebrate. We gonna
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
celebrate it.
I'm hoping
We
the
gonna we
business is going to allow me to be there this year because we miss all of us. I mean, Polo he pulled up because he's right there in town, but we were in the GIE this year and it
it
felt
felt
different.
it felt different. Like it
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 felt
it
different.
it felt off. Like
It felt off.
it went
It felt
hundred it
off.
100%
It felt
felt
off.
off. Like
Yeah,
I look back and like just trying to have conversations with um contacts and stuff. I was like, yeah, man, I know I couldn't make it there. Like
yeah.
it
It
just
was
felt
off.
off. Like I've got
Yeah,
to make sure like I got to make sure I
we can get there.
get there this
Yeah,
year. So
we can get there this year.
yeah. All right, we
All
will
right.
catch y'all again next Thursday. I may or may not. I may have
Yeah,
a
no, we're
video.
not.
video coming
We're not
out
going to
this
be here
week.
Monday, right? Well, next Thursday. Oh no, I thought we weren't going to do next Thursday.
Oh, we might not be
We
here next.
may not.
We
Yeah,
may not be here next
actually
Thursday.
may. Matter of fact, next Thursday, Cam may not be there. I might be here. We'll let you just tune
Tune
in.
in, yeah.
IG.
Tune in,
Yeah,
tune in. We'll let you
tap
know
in.
one. We'll let you
We'll
know
let you
one
know.
way or another. The thing
Yeah,
is, I will. I've got a lot of stuff going on Thursday. I may it may if I'm here is it's gonna be because I am pushing
yeah.
through. I am
Even
pushing through.
and if he's here, just I'll go ahead and say it. Expect it to be on my channel
Yeah,
because
more than like yeah,
yeah,
more than likely.
we're yeah more likely we're able to pull it off. It's gonna be on my channel. I'll host.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, y'all. We appreciate it. Appreciate y'all kicking in with us. And we will catch y'all on the next one.